I saw career counselor after career counselor after career counselor. I did so many personality tests and skills-based tests, you wouldn't even believe it. And they usually came back saying I should keep doing what I'm doing. Hello, folks. Some of you are probably wondering in your career, how did I get to where I am now? And you might be asking yourself, reflecting, am I happy with this? Is this where I want to be? I remember being there. My name is Christopher Lawrence with Change My Life Coaching, and you can check me out on changemylifecoaching.ca. I'm a career and life coach, and how I ended up in this position is that I'm going to share a little bit of my story. So I was working in corporate Calgary. I'd been working in corporate Calgary for about a decade and a half. And I worked in transportation and I worked in oil and gas. And I did very well in both of them, but I was extremely unhappy. And I couldn't quite place my finger on it. And I saw career counselor after career counselor after career counselor. I did so many personality tests and skills-based tests, you wouldn't even believe it. And they usually came back saying I should keep doing what I'm doing, or I should go into, I had a really weird one, something like clergy. I don't think I'd make a very good priest or pastor, but I might make a very good cult leader. Oh my gosh, don't put that out. We should cut that out. So how did I end up here? Well, I was working in oil and gas at the time, and I was so miserable. I was very good at my job, but I was so miserable that I became extremely depressed and anxious. And I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now. And I was taking lots of medication to try and make myself feel better. And I had 3 people in my life all die during the same week, or within a 2-week period. And it was, one of those was my birthday, actually. So it was a really hard time. It was 2012, January of 2012. It was a really hard time. Or 2013, sorry. It was a really hard time for me. And I was trying to work, I was trying to show up, I was trying to do what I was supposed to do, and I was fumbling. I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate, nothing was getting done. I'd pacify myself by eating too much food, usually junk food, sometimes shopping, like a lot of spending money. I went into a lot of debt during that time. And ran into a lot of bad financial circumstances, which took me a long time to recover from too. Which just gets you down more and more. It's just like the world is like, you use the word depression, and it's like, it's like the pressing down of your soul and spirit and heart and intellect even. I felt very stupid and foggy at the time. So because of those circumstances, I ended up on a medical leave for, I think, 4 or 5 months. And I thought, this is going to be great. It's going to be like a vacation. I thought, good, time off work. But man, recovery takes a long time. I ended up sleeping, for the first few weeks, I ended up sleeping probably 16 hours a day. Couldn't focus. I watched a lot of TV. And then I needed some projects. So, I thought maybe one day I'd like a business. And so I came up with a business concept, and it was to help people get out of crappy jobs that they didn't like, which I hadn't figured out yet. And I took a life coaching course and this kind of thing, and then I went back to work. I transitioned back to work under a really, really sweet manager, but it just wasn't a good fit. And within 3 weeks, another family member died, and I thought, this is a sign. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. And maybe this is a sign for you. So I was off for another month, and I was up anxious. Like my heart was beating out of my chest the night before I was supposed to go back. I just knew it wasn't right. And I was in so much pain. And I thought, enough's enough. And I walked in and I handed him my resignation with my laptop, my pass card, my parking pass, my corporate credit card, all of it. And they said, Christopher, what are you going to do? And I said, I have no idea. And I didn't. I had a little bit of money in my bank account, and a very supportive community, which I created. That, community is created and nurtured. It's not something that just exists for you, at least not in today's day and age. You got to go find it. And so through that and lots of trial and tribulation, I have a very successful life and career coaching practice, and I run a couple of successful businesses: Change My Life Coaching, Change My Business Coaching, and Healthy Transformations, which is a sustainable weight loss program. And so I think I'm sharing this with you because I want to give you some hope, and I just want you to know that if you're looking for a sign, this might be it. Maybe it's time for a change, and if you're not sure, why don't you reach out to me and let's have a conversation and just see if, this is, that where you're at is where you need to be right now. And maybe you need to learn how to fall in love with your job all over again, and maybe it's time to leave. Maybe it's time to walk out the door and say, you know what, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure it out. So feel free to check me out, changemylifecoaching.ca. Again, my name is Christopher Lawrence, and I look forward to hearing from you.